The Xbox One had no shortage of controversy after its reveal in 2013. Many gamers viewed a lot of the key points Microsoft was trying to make as a step backwards and a way to regulate buying and gifting of used games. From the digital rights management to the TV control, Microsoft quickly found themselves backpedaling and reversing announced implementations and features. The system we have today is actually quite different from the one that was originally announced. In this video, we're going to take a look at some of the reasons gamers were so appalled in 2013 and see if any of the changes Microsoft has made the Xbox One a console to own in 2017. First up is the Digital Rights Management, or DRM. Microsoft had envisioned a licensing scheme not unlike the one PC games have used for years, where all games, whether downloaded or purchased physical from a retailer, would be bound to the user's Xbox Live account. This meant the disc itself would only be used to install the game, and if a publisher wanted, they could impose restrictions on second-hand copies, blocking the consumer's right from reselling their finished games, and according to some, infringe upon the consumer's first sale rights. When put that way, the whole idea sounds very greedy. In truth, the trade-off for these policies was to enable users to share their games with up to 10 people, the user designated as quote-unquote family members. Users could also transfer a game directly to any other Xbox Live friend on their list for at least 30 days, which sounds pretty cool, but that could only happen one time. This is where the DRM comes into play, though. To synchronize licenses, you'd be required to connect to the internet once every 24 hours. If that didn't happen, all games would be disabled until the console was able to be connected again.
Good! Now Sasquatch can play Halo 3!
Obviously, the reaction to this, both critically and commercially, was overwhelmingly negative. So how did Xbox respond? Well, on June 19th, 2013, Microsoft announced that they would reverse its changes to DRM and licensing models, and everything went back to being just like it was before with the Xbox 360, and everybody was happy. That's not true, though. Many gamers, myself included, thought it was too late to try and save face. Almost like they're wiggling bait in front of a trap for us, just to pull it back and say, hey, I'm sorry, we didn't realize you weren't stupid people. So let's fast forward to today, because this is where things really start to benefit gamers. The purpose of this video is not to tell you the history of poor PR with these companies, but to show you that Xbox One might not be as bad of a console as some people think, and to help you decide if actually owning an Xbox One is worth it. One thing Microsoft had right the first time was the family share feature, and that didn't go anywhere, and that actually has become one of my favorite features of the Xbox One. The idea is simple. One other Xbox Live account can have unlimited access to the games you own 24 hours a day, regardless of what you yourself is doing. To enable this feature, all that needs to happen is that person needs to log into their Xbox Live account on your console, go into the settings, and make that their home console. In turn, you can actually log into their console and make it your home console, and then you each have access to each other's games at any time, anywhere. One thing I've heard a lot of gamers say is that they think the dashboard of the Xbox One is too noisy. There's too much going on, they say, on the home screen. This is a legitimate concern and a problem that can only be solved by navigating one yourself. Everything you need is only a few tiles away, and favorites can be pinned to your home page. It may look messy the first time you look at it, but a good way to think about it is like a well-organized desk drawer. You just need to get used to things being put away where they belong and not laying all over your homepage. Microsoft and Xbox One are clearly losing this console generation, which ironically enough makes it a must-own console in my eyes. We're already starting to see some concessions made that could only benefit gaming going forward. One of these is Xbox One's exclusive partnership with Electronic Arts to bring you EA Access. EA Access is an app that gives you trials of new EA games before they're released and a 10% discount on all digital purchases made on the Xbox One. The subscription costs $4.99 a month or $30 a year and also gives you access to a vault of EA games available to download immediately and play, including NHL, Madden, Skate, Battlefield 3, Battlefield Bad Company, Star Wars Battlefront, Mirror's Edge Catalyst, the original Mirror's Edge, both Plants vs. Zombies, and of course the Mass Effect trilogy, because you all need a palate cleanser after playing Andromeda. That's right, I said it. The Xbox One is the only next-gen console that gives you a true backwards-compatible option. There are currently over 300 titles playable on Xbox One that are Xbox 360 games, with more added throughout the month. Any digital purchases of compatible games will show up ready to download, and any physical copy of compatible games work. Yes, Dark Souls 1 is backwards compatible, so anybody who listens to the BA Start podcast, go get it and get good, scrub. The last service that in my opinion makes Xbox One a must-own console for all gamers is the Xbox Game Pass. Head of Xbox Phil Spencer, aka the realest man in gaming, who actually might be reason enough to own a Xbox One in the first place, Anyway, Phil announced the service on February 28th in a blog post saying, "Today we're continuing our commitment to give more options to diversity and expand your library of games with Xbox Game Pass, a new gaming subscription service coming later this spring. Xbox Game Pass gives you unlimited access to over 100 Xbox One and backwards compatible Xbox 360 games, all for $10 a month." Wait a minute, you mean Xbox is offering a way to download and play games through a subscription-based service like Netflix does with movies, but without the streaming? That means I may never have to buy and sell used games again. Xbox's strength is no longer exclusive titles. That has become crystal clear in recent years, but that isn't to say they don't have any. Not as many people were excited about Halo 5, but who wouldn't get back into Halo 2 online in the Master Chief Collection? If it only worked at launch. With that being said, Xbox still has arguably the best racing series of all time in Forza and the chaotic yet visually appealing Killer Instinct reboot. Throw in State of Decay, Gears of War, and the Rare Replay, and you're sure to find something that appeals to you exclusively on Xbox. We'll have to wait until at least E3 this year to hear more about Crackdown 3, State of Decay 2, and hopefully Cuphead. But with the Xbox currently lagging behind in this category, I think gamers should expect good things in terms of exclusive announcements. These are just a few things I find undeniably great about the Xbox One, but what do you think? This isn't intended to be a comparison video with any other console, and at this point I doubt many people are still debating on which console to buy anyway. With that said, I still plan to make a video about the other consoles on the market, but I wanted to tackle the one with the worst reputation first. To be fair, I think most of the criticism the Xbox One gets is just biased. If you'd like to see more videos like this, hit the like button and subscribe. Also, be sure to check out the BAStartPodcast.com for a weekly gaming podcast, and head over to our Patreon at patreon.com/BAStartPodcast. Look for the PS4 and the Switch edition of this video coming soon, and until then, I will see you on the BA Start Podcast.